Hi everyone. So I had an appointment with the plastic surgeon to discuss breast reconstruction after the mastectomy. So, so not only is it like a major decision to not even a decision to decide, but it's a major thing to accept the fact that you have to have, a mastectomy, surgery to remove your breast. As if that's not enough, to process, you also have to take into the account that, you have to decide on what's next. So, you've removed the breast, you're not going to look the same, you're not going to feel the same. And so we as women have to decide whether or not we want to do, reconstruction surgery or just opt to go flat. You don't have to do reconstruction surgery. You can be flat. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. And there's a part of me that totally wants to decide to just be flat because I don't like the idea of having multiple surgeries. What I've learned from the plastic surgeon is that there will definitely be multiple surgeries with the route that he recommends and kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. So once I checked in, let me just start there. So once I checked in to the plastic surgeon's office and got, put back in a room, I was presented with a little computer with a video for me to watch. This video talked about two natural breast reconstruction options. So yeah, one was a tram flap, which consisted of moving muscle and tissue and everything from my abdomen. The other one was I can't think of it right now, but basically it was the flap that involves moving the muscle. What is that? The latissimus muscle? Whatever. Sorry, haven't taken anatomy and physiology in a long time. But it involves taking the muscle and tissue from your upper back area. And so those are the two flaps. And so watching the video, I pretty much made up my decision before the doctor came in the room, because once the video stopped, then, he came in and introduced himself and we had a chance to speak with him. But as I was watching the video, Cedric and I were looking and we were like, I don't know. I don't think I like that option. I don't like the idea of relocating muscle. No, the muscle is not getting taken out of my body and then put back in my body, but they're relocating it from one region to the other. And the way I look at that is, well, now how does this space function that's supposed to have muscle there? How does that function later on down the line? Because, at this point, that's elective. That's not like removing the muscle and tissue because you have to, because there's cancer there. You're doing it to, try to achieve a look that's pleasing, but at the end of the day, it's still elective. You don't have to do that. I can go flat, like I said. So I don't particularly favor those two options. I think I want to leave muscle in place. I feel like the skeletal system, the muscular skeletal system. See, I know about a little bit about my anatomy and physiology. The muscular skeletal system is designed in a way in such to, operate and, provide flexibility and mobility and, all of the range of motion and everything else that, our beautiful body gets to do is designed that way for a reason. And so, like I said, relocating muscle to achieve a breast that I'm satisfied with, I don't think that that's the option. So moving that off the table, he was like, the plastic surgeon was like, he didn't think that was, the best option for me either, because I'm young and I'm healthy and he favored, implants, for me specifically. He was like, it would be a less involved surgery compared to the other two, and just overall just better on my body, so to speak. And so he favored implants. And so I'm like, okay, let's do these implants. Like, I went in there like, okay, I'm okay with that, until he started breaking down everything with that I don't think I want that either. And I say that because basically implants will, like, it takes several surgeries for him to do that too. Like, he has to do spacers first, and then from there, inject saline into the spacers, or not spacers, are they called expanders? Expanders, that's what they're called, expanders. So he has to inject the saline in the expanders over several weeks till basically he gets to the size that I'm satisfied with. And then from there, after he's stretched the skin, then it's the surgery to actually put the implants in. And then from there, there's the surgery or not surgery, but procedure to do. I guess he said something about tattooing nipples on, and 3D nipple, and some other kind of nipple from pigskin or something. I don't know. It was a lot. But that's a separate procedure. And so, I'm still leaning towards, I don't know if I've said this before, this may be the first time that I'm saying this on camera, but I am leaning towards a double mastectomy, although my surgeon does not want to do a double at the time that he removes the left breast. He doesn't want to do both at the same time. He wants to just focus on the affected breast, the breast that has the cancer in it, which is the left breast, and has recommended that I do the right breast mastectomy at the time of reconstruction. And so mentioning that to Dr. Bolin, plastic surgeon, he, definitely said that that wouldn't be an issue, because he can coordinate all of that at the same time with the reconstruction, with putting the expanders in. He would like to do it at the same time that I do the mastectomy, but I told him that, my breast surgeon does not want to focus on like the other side at that time, and has recommended delayed reconstruction. And so I don't know, it's a lot, it's confusing. But that's what I'm left with right now. So I feel like my option is to either make the decision to go flat, or to go with the implants. Oh, so the implants, here's the other thing with the implants. Not only is it like multiple surgeries initially, I said that and I didn't finish what I was thinking. So it's multiple surgeries initially, but then just over a lifetime, there's multiple surgeries. So implants, they have an expiration date. I'm only 37 years old, and so they will not be meant to last my lifetime, because, I plan to get extremely old. My grandparents lived to well in their 90s, and that's the blessing that I would like over my life as well, to see the beauty of seeing your children grow up and your grandkids being born and great grandkids. And so with that being said, if I'm trying to live like my grandmother, and I'm only 37, from 37 to, 93, 94, that's a long time. And so I would have multiple surgeries over the years to, replace the implants. And that's not taken into consideration that my body rejects the implants, because not all people, although he did not say this is what I've researched, not everyone does well with implants. Some people have issues with infections, and their body basically rejecting it. So, that's not even taken into consideration that may happen. So all of that aside, you don't want to I personally don't want to have to keep going under the knife, every 10 years to switch out implants. Of course, at some point I could, later make the decision to go flat as well. But just, again, taking into account my current age, and, let's say I do it until I'm, 60 something. I mean, that's still at least 3 surgeries down the road of, you know, just changing out implants. And so it's a decision. It's a hard decision. I'm not totally content, or my mind is not totally made up. But just with the options that I'm presented, I know I don't want no flap. I don't want to do that. So I guess, implants would be the option, or just going flat. So I think I'd be okay with being flat, but then I don't know, because again, I'm only 37, so I might be okay right now, but then not thinking about like going to the beach and, wanting to put on a bathing suit and be sexy and all of that. So it's kind of hard to see, 10, 20 years from now, and how I will feel with my decision of being flat then. So I don't know, something to decide, but just wanted to share that appointment real quick. So yeah, anyone, y'all that's watching and following, it's tough. Like when you get a diagnosis and you find out you have to get a mastectomy, like it's like, okay, that's cool. Like, get these boobs off, I'll get some new ones. Like, it's so easy to say that. And I know that I've actually said that. I'm guilty for saying that to my sis that's gone through this before, that's been, in my corner through my diagnosis. I remember telling her that, like, don't even worry about it. Like, just get some new boobs. And you say it so casually because you make it, like, in your mind, it seems like it's just such an easy thing to do. But in reality, it's actually not as easy as we say. So that's something that I've learned going through this, that I won't ever just casually say, you can just get some new boobs, because it's not that easy. Like, you can say it, you can get some new boobs, but there's a process. There's a process involved with getting new boobs. And so, anyone that watches this, just be mindful of that. If you've never gone through breast cancer and you have someone that's going through it, be mindful of that statement, because it's not that easy. It's not that easy of a decision, and it's not that easy of a surgery. So that's my tip on, on plastic surgery and reconstruction, and, body image after mastectomy. We have to be mindful of that. All right. So yeah, sorry, video longer than I wanted it to be, but just wanted to give that rundown. Thank you guys. Continue to watch, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. All right. Peace.